Cliche your way through life. Remix. A note from the author, why I'm remixing my book. The truth shall set you free. We've all heard it, whether from family, religion, or just out in the world. But if we're being honest, most of us don't actually live like we know it. We hear it, we repeat it, but do we embody it? Because here's the truth. Most of us are not free. Most of us are living a lie. Not on purpose, not to be deceptive, but a lie that was passed down to us. Lies that told us we had to shrink to be accepted, perform to be loved, become someone else to be worthy. So we did. We became the good daughter, the strong son, the provider, the nurturer, the one who has it all together. And somewhere in all of that, we disappeared. We got so used to performing that we forgot how to just be. And when we finally sit in silence, no role, no audience, no mask, we don't even recognize ourselves. That's where therapy comes in. And of course, people don't say, I'm living a lie. They say, I'm tired. I feel heavy. I'm walking on eggshells in my own life. But underneath those words is one deeper truth. I don't feel free. And your body knows it. It sends out warning signs through anxiety, numbness, people-pleasing, burnout, or that nagging feeling that something just isn't right. So when I say the truth shall set you free, I don't mean it as just another catchy line. I mean it as a lifeline. Because truth is freedom. Truth is God. And truth says you were never meant to earn your worth. You were created worthy, not for your achievements, not for your roles, not for your ability to endure, just for being you. And here's something I've come to understand deeply. God's love is unconditional. It doesn't depend on how strong you are. It doesn't disappear when you're falling apart. It doesn't wait for you to prove yourself. It stays, it sees you, it holds you. And that's the love you were created from. And that's the love you're returning to. This is the truth we forgot. So why this remix? Because the first time I wrote this book, I was still chasing healing, chasing peace, chasing success, chasing freedom. I was rushing through the very process I was trying to write about, trying to finish the book like I was trying to finish life, fast, incomplete, and distracted. But life slowed me down. Grief slowed me down. Therapy slowed me down. And in the stillness, God met me there. And I finally listened. I'm not writing for approval. I'm not writing for performance. I'm not writing to just check a box on a to-do list. This time, I'm writing from truth. This time, I'm writing from freedom. This time, I'm writing from peace. And that's why I had to remix this book. I had to rewrite it for God. I had to rewrite it for anyone who, like me, needed to remember who they were. The first version came from a place of pressure. This version comes from peace. As a therapist, the thing I hear the most is, I just want to be happy. But here's the truth. You don't really want to be happy all the time. Happiness is an emotion. It comes and goes. You weren't created to be happy at every moment in your life. What you're really searching for is peace. Peace is what anchors you when life gets real. Peace is what holds you steady when you experience loss. Peace is what shows up when happiness can't. When you lose a loved one, you don't want to be happy. You want to be at peace. Peace in knowing you love them fully. Peace in knowing you said what needed to be said. Peace in knowing you have no regrets. Yes, you'll still be sad, but sadness and peace can exist at the same time. That's what freedom looks like. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Galatians 5:1. Freedom isn't about perfection. Freedom isn't about people pleasing. Freedom isn't about living by someone else's script. Freedom is peace. Freedom is truth. Freedom is living as you. There's nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1:9. Life isn't new. The struggles aren't new. The desire to be free isn't new. And the wisdom we need, it's been here the whole time. It's in cliches. Cliches are more than just overused sayings. They're wisdom in disguise. They are values wrapped in words, truth passed down in simple form. But somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing them as tools and we started treating them like noise. One truth that grounds me as a therapist and as a human is this. Most people don't know how to love themselves. They love their titles, they love their work ethics, they love their survival story. But loving themselves, that still feels foreign. And that's because we were conditioned to earn love. But that's not the kind of love God gives, remember? God's love doesn't need you to perform. It doesn't wait for your success. It doesn't leave when you struggle. It's always there and it's still here. The journey ahead from freedom to fruition. Now that I'm writing from a place of peace and presence, I've been able to shape this book into something more intentional, something that mirrors the process of becoming, not just walking away from the lies, but learning how to stand in your truth. I see life and healing the way I see a tree, the seeds. We start with the mindset, what you believe, what you were taught, what needs to be questioned, challenged, or unlearned. Then we move to the roots. Then we get grounded in truth, in your truth. We explore the values, honesty, and healing that keeps you steady when life tries to shake you. Branches. From that foundation, we begin to expand into relationships, identity, purpose. These are the outward parts of you, nourished by what is within you. Fruit. This is a reward, alignment, a life that reflects the real you, a life you don't want to escape, a life that tastes like freedom. This isn't just a book of cliches. It's a healing manual, a mirror, a conversation, a toolbox. You don't need to have it all figured out to begin. You just need to be honest. Let's start with that. Let's plant some seeds. Let's tell the truth. Let's heal. Let's grow. Because healing isn't one and done. Evolving isn't one and done. Living isn't one and done. Life is the journey. And whether we like it or not, death is a destination for all of us. But the question you need to answer is, will you actually live before you get there?